Welcome back to my channel, Soccer Mania 811. We are back with FA Cup fifth round review. We gave you the predictions for all 8 games, and we had our 8 teams moving on to the quarterfinals. And now we have the games all done and dusted. Let's take a look at how we did. First game, Coventry, Madstone United. And guys, this was a no-brainer. We called it. It was going to be a demolition of Maidstone. I don't even know what club this is. It's in the sixth tier of the English soccer league, I believe. So that is, I mean, Coventry City is in the second level during the championship. So that was a no-brainer. So we are 1 for 1. Coventry 5, Maidstone United nil. Now, moving on to the next game. Next game we had was Bournemouth and Leicester City. This was the Premier League versus the championship leaders who are taking the championship by storm in Leicester City. And guys, this was not too much of a shocker because we called it. We did say Leicester has something to prove. They want to prove that they can dance with the big boys in the Premier League, and this was their opportunity to show just that, and they did. They took advantage of that. However, my prediction was Bournemouth was just going to edge them, which did not happen. So we are 1 out of 2. Okay, now let's move on to the next game. Next game we talked about was Newcastle and Blackburn. Now, guys, this is another Premier League and championship battle. Every time the championship team play against the Premier League team, they always want to show that they can dance with the big boys. And Blackburn Rovers did just that. They took this game to extra time and they were just edged out by penalties. And my prediction was Newcastle was going to take this game, which they did. So we are 2 out of 3. Okay. So let's move on to the next game. Next game, Manchester City, Luton Town. This was a no-brainer. We knew, even though this was an all Premier League clash, we knew Manchester City was just too much for Luton Town. And my guy, Erling Haaland, came showing why he is the best striker in world football. 5 goals, 4 assists from Kevin De Bruyne, best player in the world right now. He is the best player in the world. I don't care what anyone says. Kevin De Bruyne is the best player in the world, hands down. And we saw how Manchester City were struggling without him while he was injured. So he is back, and Haaland is back in the goals, baby. So let's see how they progress throughout the rest of the season. Let's see how this dynamic partnership is going to evolve till the end of the Premier League season. So there you have it. We are this, I believe, is our fourth game, and we are 3 out of 4. And let's move on to the next game. Next game is Chelsea Leeds. We did call this game. Chelsea was salty from their EFL Cup loss to Liverpool, and they needed to respond. And this isn't much of a response, but they did get the win, like we said. We said Chelsea was going to take this, which they did. So now we are 4 out of 5. And let's move on to the next game. Next game, Manchester United, Nottingham Forest, another all Premier League clash. We have Nottingham Forest fighting for relegation, and we have Manchester United fighting to get into the top 4. We did say Manchester United was going to take this, but boy, this was almost a shocker because it took Manchester United up to almost the 90th minute to get that one goal to get them all the way to the quarterfinals. So we did call it that Manchester United was going to win this. So we are 5 out of 6. And next game is Wolves and Brighton. And guys, we did say this was a game that was going to be tough. It was going to be tight because we have Wolves who are number 8 in the Premier League and Brighton number 7. This is literally clash of the same level of team. It was a perfect matchup. But we did give it to Wolves because they are playing at home and they were going to get the win the game and move on to the quarterfinals. So there we have it for the 7th game. We are 6 out of 7. Let's move on to our final game for the FA Cup, and that is Liverpool coming out of that EFL Cup winning their first trophy for the season. and we said Liverpool was going to take this, and they did. And guys, shockingly, if you look at the lineup, you are looking at some young kids in this Liverpool game, and you have probably one, two, three, four first team players in Van Dijk, Gomez, Gakpo, and Elliott, and the rest are really backups. Kelleher is the backup because their number one goalie is injured, but Liverpool showed why they are Liverpool, and they played a wonderful game, dominated the game, controlled the game beautifully, and they won the game 3-0, very comfortable win, moving them to the quarterfinals. So, guys, there you have it. In our predictions for the 8 games, we have 7 correct and just one shocker. And we have our 8 teams moving on to the quarterfinals. Stay tuned to my channel. I'm going to give you the next prediction for the next round of the FA Cup, the quarterfinals, and I'll tell you who is going to move on to the semifinals. So, like, comment, share my video, follow my channel, and let me know your thoughts on my predictions. Let me know if there is any competition you'd like me to give you predictions on. I'll be happy to do that video on here as well. Thank you very much for watching. See you on the next video.